I wanted to get you on today, Marcy, because you, more than anybody, have been right in the center of the Halderman report on the Dominion machines in Georgia, and it's a little complicated. Break down for us in layman's terms what that report says, what it meant, and what it means. Marcy McCarthy.
Well, John, thanks for having me on your show today. And just for your viewers' knowledge, I am my professional life is in the cybersecurity world. I own a marketing and event company, and I put on a lot of content and an event around cybersecurity. So when the reports of both MITRE and the Halderman report just came to light and were released into the public domain, it was quite alarming to me to see a playbook and a skills assessment of how our Dominion voting machines here in Georgia. What's also quite disturbing has come to light is our Secretary of State's office has been resistant to doing any of the software vulnerability updates to the software vulnerabilities since July of 2021. So the fact of the matter is you're giving your threat actors, hacktivists, or a assorted array of bad actors a runway in preparation to tamper potentially with our 2024 election. As a best practice in the cybersecurity world, when there's known software vulnerabilities, we work very hard to patch them, test them, deploy them. So overall, John, hackers have to be right one time, where cybersecurity professionals have to be vigilant all the time. And again, when a known software vulnerability comes into light, such as this is now really well documented into the public domain, it gives us great pause. I'm working with a number of cybersecurity executives to put forth a letter to our Secretary of State's office, as well as our chairman of the State Board of Elections, to discuss the issues at hand. This is not political. This is simply basic hygiene of our voting systems across the board and best practices. And again, it gives us great pause and even heartburn when people say what keeps us up at night. Well, this is something that would keep our cybersecurity up at night.
So we have 18 months. How do we solve this?
Well, there's actually a software vulnerability patch that this Secretary of State's office says they have possession of, that they're running pilot of this update, but will not deploy it on a statewide basis until after the 2024 elections. Again, there's a whole series of playbook. There's multiple scenarios here, not just an injection, walking into a polling place with a machine, and they're trying to say that it's statistically improbable. Again, there's a let me give you your viewers the kind of in context. There's something called Stuxnet that was done several years ago. It was a joint endeavor between the Israeli intelligence community and our intelligence community, and it basically put a malware directly on a printer system inside the Iranian nuclear facility, and it took out their subterfuge. So the fact of the matter is, simple malware putting on a device and then loading it onto another device is not an improbability. Our own governments have done it, and it's done on a daily basis. That's why there's technology to prevent USBs from actually being operational in different types of devices that are deployed by our financial institutions, healthcare institutions. Again, simple malware can just cause havoc and disruption. The concern is just we have about 19 days of early voting in Georgia, so it doesn't have to be on a massive scale. With a massive outage, you could just walk in as a voter, a poll worker, and just start just inserting the malware into the different voting machines. The fact of the matter is the most dangerous threat is not necessarily the outsider, the nation state, although their impact is really great. It's the insider threat. So when you have somebody that has motivation, whether it is social driven or financially driven, they have a means and way to get it done. And it's not that sophisticated. The MITRE report actually, again, breaks it down on a skills assessment basis and says, this is easy, this is hard, this is moderately difficult, and here's how you do it. So anybody out there with a little bit of skills, technology skills, can presumably cause havoc. My biggest concern, John, is the outcome of our elections. So whatever side might win on a particular race, they're going to cry foul because of this aspect. So simply, the call to action here is Secretary of State's office doing their job, being good custodians of our elections and election equipment, and taking on the best practices that every cybersecurity executive does across the board on a daily basis when they're protecting our organizations.
That makes sense, Marcy. That makes
deploy the software. Don't politicize.
Well, that's exactly it. I mean,